Hello and welcome to Action Bullet Points. I can't believe it, we're finally at the point when we're actually doing Q&A. And the other milestone is we are 10,000 plus views on YouTube and counting. So today we're going to address questions about stability and stability mainly when shooting prawn and shooting all the barricade. So let's go. I've received a lot of questions as to why do you need to stabilize the gun. So today we're going to look at two different metallic guns by NRA standards. The pips that build 1911 STI 1911 with a 6-inch slide and a base pad that I'm using to stabilize it when going prawn, and the stock standard 5-inch 1911. Yes, it does have the magwell, but this magwell is designed for IPSC, so facilitates faster reloading. It doesn't really matter because the actual angle of the grip is still the same. This magwell doesn't change it in any meaningful way. So for tests, we're going to use two mags. One is a 9-round 9mm mag. It's going to sit flush. By the way, all the guns have been checked in. I'll just check it again in front of you. So there are no bullets in the guns, no bullets in the magazines. So the first mag is going to sit flush. So we're just going to pretty much use the magwell to test the stability of the gun. The other mag is not sitting flush. It's sticking out because it's a 10-round 9mm mag. Okay, so with the 10-round 9mm mag, you can't really rest the gun in a stable position. It is tilting whichever way you're going to tilt it. And because you're really aiming at this 4-inch ring, at 50 yards, believe me, it's going to make a world of difference. Even a tiny shape, a tiny instability will make a difference between hitting an X-ring and hitting a 5 or not hitting target at all. So, what if we put a 9-round mag in that sits flush and doesn't stick out? Does it change the picture in any meaningful way? And by the way, I'm using soft carpet. Sometimes you may land on concrete. Sometimes you may land on the ground. Yes, it is a bit more stable this way. A bit more stable. But still, you have this point of instability when the gun can tilt forward or back. And again, that may be a difference between hitting an X-ring and hitting an 8 or hitting a 5. So what happens with a pips to build NRA gun? It is solid as a rock. By the way, the same thing does apply to production guns. We're going to use stock standard Glock 34 Gen 5, and you see how already out of the box, the base of the magazine on Gen 5 allows me to actually align it on target pretty well. It's 15, 25, and 50. So if I need to go up, you see how flat that is? So the gun has a lot of stability resting on the ground. I'm just providing additional support with my other hand. At 50, I actually go flat and just support it with my left hand on target. And then I can just, aim and pull the trigger to hit this 4-inch X-ring. Let's address the question of stability on the barricade. And I'll start with an open gun. So once we understand how open gun works, we'll move down to metallic. In any other gun, production optics, you shoot exactly the same way as you would shoot metallic. So this is the post I will use instead of the barricade. The thickness is similar to the barricade. So what I will do is when I'm engaging it from the left-hand side, I will step behind this invisible line that represents the box. And I will engage the target from here. If I need to show you the right-hand side, I will step behind this invisible line and will engage target from this side. The starting position always hands on the barricade, and we better be looking at the target because the target will turn and then it will turn back. So you only have a certain number of seconds to fire 6 shots that target. Starts with 5 seconds at 10 all the way to 8 seconds at 35. All right, so the starting position is hands on the barricade, thumbs above the shoulder line. Don't cross your thumbs or fingers, and you can't go beyond the edges of the barricade, like so. So imagine there is an imaginary barricade here. So on after the command, are you ready? Stand by. There is a delay, then the target will turn, and then you draw. So remember to draw as normally. This side of the barricade, fine, even if you leave your hand here, but don't get into that habit, because on the other side, if you leave your hand here, you will sweep yourself, and that's never good. Righty, so what we're going to do is we're going to draw. I actually start with this side because this side's easy. So what we're going to do is the target will turn. I will draw, come up on the barricade, and assume proper grip on the barricade, like so. So what that means is my index finger is over the shroud, 3 other fingers are holding on to the barricade, and my thumb is actually pushing on this barricade wing, like so. So the gun is stable as. Finding that X-ring, safety down, and firing those 6 shots, right? Now, this side's easy. The question is, why don't I just fire standing, not using barricade for support? Even at 10, I can see how my dot's moving. Once the gun's jammed against the barricade, the dot is not moving. When I fire, the barricade will move, will shake, but it will come back, same spot. The group at 10 will be like this for 6 shots, which you can't really do freestanding, firing 6 shots within 5 seconds. Impossible. Tried. Life is just better this way, especially at 35. They use the barricade for support. So now, the other side. What I need to do is, I can't really grab the gun in any meaningful way if I'm not swapping hands. Yes, I've tried different techniques. I don't remember what they were, but none work. Yes, I can rest my hand against the barricade, or I can use this. But again, this is just not working compared to the proper technique when you swap hands and come up on the barricade with your strong hand holding the gun, and weak hand is just used to pull the trigger. As simple as that. If you're not getting 48 X's after a certain amount of training, when it comes to other divisions, it's a different story. I'll be using glove for support because we will be using our knuckles to provide additional support, stabilize the gun against the barricade. The whole reason for that is only the open gun is allowed to be touching the barricade. For any other gun, I need to provide a layer between the gun and the barricade. And the hand, my weak hand, is going to be that layer. So the sequence is slightly different. On any other gun, any other than open, you normally would start engaging from the right-hand side, so the right-hand shooter. So what will happen is I'll, again, start with 2 hands on the barricade. When target turns, I draw and come up on the barricade. The way I'm going to do this, that I'll show you, I will come up with my thumb up, and I will rest my thumb and my knuckles on the barricade, like so. And then the gun will be held here, snug, and I align sights, and then I engage target as fast as I want. The other side of the barricade, slightly different. Again, starting with my hands on the barricade, not sticking out. This thing doesn't really count. So. Okay, I draw the gun, come up on the barricade, and you can come up at a number of different angles. Some people put the gun very, very, like almost vertically. But the problem is you don't have enough support. Over here, you see how I'm only supporting it on, not even on my knuckles, but don't like it. So as you start shooting, you'll start slipping and go at least at 45 degree. I go almost at 90 when I aim. So you're getting really good support from your knuckles. And this thumb is pushing against the gun really hard because it will be working against your trigger finger. That's pretty much it. Many thanks for watching. Like, subscribe wherever you're watching. Reaction bullet points. And see you again soon.
This episode is brought to you by Toldi. Toldi app offers you the ultimate time capsule experience. Share your legacy and memories with your loved ones. Download the Toldi app from the App Store or Google Play. Use promo code ACTION to receive 20% off Toldi Box, Toldi Key, and all other product bundles when ordering from www.poldi.com. Explore Toldi today.